Garrett, and welcome to episode 2 of Taylor's Detroit Sports on Spreaker with your host, yours truly, Taylor Phillips. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Detroit Tigers, who are getting set to return to action at Comerica Park, starting a 4-game series with the Cleveland Indians, which includes a doubleheader this Saturday at 1:08 and 7:08. Drew Verhagen who was just called up to the majors just for the doubleheader, will start in one of the doubleheaders. I posted an article about him about a day and a half ago. And the Indians are 7.5 games back of the Tigers, and they're having another so-so season. Had another so-so first half. This is the first meeting between those two teams in Detroit. But there's still another half to be played, and both those teams are very resilient. I expect the Tigers to win 3 out of 4 in this series. The Tigers are not sending Justin Verlander out on the mound at any point in this series because he pitched last. And I think I remember that Anibal Sanchez is starting Friday in Game 1 of the 4-game series at its entirety. Friday's game will start at 7:08, and then the Saturday doubleheader, of course, like I mentioned before, will be at 1:08 and 7:08, and then Sunday's game, of course, is an afternoon game at 1:08. Then the Tigers head out west to Arizona to play the Diamondbacks, and then they have a 4-game series in Anaheim against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I also posted a mid-season grade, Tigers mid-season players grade on mlive.com on Facebook, from mlive.com on Facebook and Twitter, if you can take a look at that. Victor Martinez was graded an A. Justin Verlander was graded a D. Joe Nathan was graded a D- after blowing 5 saves, and putting up ungaudy numbers through the first half. And I have to admit that his first half was awful. Second of all, Ezequiel Carrera has been red hot as of late. I posted an article about that from mlive.com on Facebook and Twitter, and I heard Erie Seawolves' Stephen Moya won the All-Star MVP award I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Detroit Lions, who have recently signed offensive lineman Garrett Reynolds, who was a free agent after being released by the Atlanta Falcons just recently. They also added backup running back George Winn, signed him to the practice squad. And released DJ Morrell and another player to make room for those to make room for Garrett Reynolds and George Winn. I still don't think they have signed any reliable cornerbacks yet. Or safeties. They still need to shape up their secondary. But I think their defensive coach, the defensive coordinator Terrell Austin, will be able to figure things out. This is going to be a short podcast. And speaking of the Lions, I shared a soundbite of Week 8 of last season at home against the Cowboys from DetroitLions.com. In the fourth quarter, you'll hear Dan Miller's incredible call of Matt Stafford faking the spike from inside the one and diving into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown with 12 seconds left in the game. Lions ended up winning that one 31-30. I posted it on Facebook and Twitter. So, Lions fans, enjoy it, although it wasn't worth making the playoffs. Of course, you know them, but I think they'll be better. A lot better. And speaking of the Lions, I am glad to announce that they are still on the public radio airwaves. Not on public radio, but on the radio airwaves of our area. You can go to DetroitLions.com and scroll your mouse over to Media Center and click on Lions Radio Network to find all of its affiliates. And then you'll find what station in Cadillac it's airing. For example, what station it's airing in Traverse City and as well as Midland, and of course all over the UP. Moving on to the Red Wings, who have signed, who have re-signed Mitch Callahan and Andrej Nestrasil, who both are apparently staying with the Grand Rapids Griffins, the Red Wings AHL affiliate, the former Calder Cup champions. Nothing else to share there. Still a lot of free agents to look over for the Red Wings, and the website that you all should look at for all you hockey fans is capgeek.com. And you'll find all the payroll and free agency stuff, all NHL, all based on the National Hockey League. And finally, the Pistons and Kings are talking again about moving Josh Smith to Sacramento in a sign and trade. They were talking about it once at least a month ago, but on the same day, a bit later, the talks became dead. But now they're talking about it again. And as far as I'm concerned, they are still, those talks are still not dead yet. Oh, back to the Lions. They start their preseason I think against the Cleveland Browns. I forgot what date those two are playing, but you can check it. You can check out their schedule, their entire schedule at DetroitLions.com. So that's all I need to cover. And I will talk to you again on episode 3 next time. TTFN, ta-ta for now.